we go. 9 to 5 workers versus streamers. What is harder? Oh God, I know this is pure rage bait.
Listen, so your whole
So
thing,
it's dangerous.
Listen,
Your job isn't dangerous.
You would have to go to work.
And
went to school, and still.
And paid rent?
Yes, I still worked.
That's your choice. You're
high. You're hungover.
You guys are playing video games. I play video games on my spare time.
I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
What's up? How's it going?
Same old different day.
Okay. All right. So my argument here is that streaming and social media creation is harder than a 9 to 5.
Nah, it's not facts, bro. 9 to 5 is way harder, homie.
Why do you say that?
Because you gotta get up every motherfucking day, go to the motherfucking bullshit job, and slave for fucking pennies.
See, that's the thing is you're right. You get up every day, you go through the motions. You don't have to get a good night's sleep. You don't have to be focused. You don't have to be locked in. You wake up. You go, you flip some patties, maybe you sign a few envelopes, answer a few phone calls. With streaming and social media creation, you have to be on your game 24/7. It's like a switch that never
When you're a
turns
mail
off.
carrier, I'm a mail carrier, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. I get treated like shit every motherfucking day.
We have to deal with
slaving
thousands,
every day.
tens of thousands of
Bullshit.
people critiquing every little thing we do, every
Man.
decision we make, every thought we
You
have.
guys got it made, man. I wish I had it made like y'all.
We don't have to go sign a few envelopes and put them in a mailbox.
Man,
We
you
have
got
to
it
be,
gravy, bro.
What's the next trend?
Because
What's the
the
next
shit I
idea?
go through every
Oh my
day,
God, I have to
got
stream
dogs,
today.
And I got dogs that want to bite my ass
And
every
you have lunch
day.
breaks. You have lunch breaks. We don't have breaks. We're on 24/7.
You got
high energy,
I wish
24/7.
I could be at home like you and get back and get paid big money.
We're not even at home. We're walking around.
Man,
We're walking
I
around
wanna
doing
do all
things,
of
going
that
to
because
parties, doing
the
all this
shit,
stuff.
I gotta slave just for not even 100,000 a year. I gotta work double overtime. Bullshit.
Okay, what about this?
Okay, this is also an argument. I know this is the start of the video, and I know they're gonna be rage baiting people, but there's also an underlying argument that's in this. These niggas want to do what they're doing. The 9 to 5 people, most of them, don't want to do what they're fucking doing. So, obviously, there's going to be it's going to be harder mentally for the 9 to 5 person because they're doing something they don't want to do. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I worked my 9 to 5, yeah, I didn't want to do it. I didn't, like, completely hate it, but I didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm streaming. I stream every day. 8 plus, 10 plus hours a day. Why do I do it? I love it. I honestly have fun. I honestly have a blast doing this. So it's not hard to get up to do this. You know what I'm saying? And that's the case for all of them.
You're guaranteed to get paid. You have a
I'm not.
steady rate.
You're not guaranteed?
If I don't work, I don't get paid. It's simple as that.
Yeah, but you have a guaranteed pay.
Guaranteed pay. If you work,
I
that's
don't.
your decision. If you don't want
I
to work,
gotta work at the job for
if
years.
I don't go live, I don't
Just
get paid
to
either.
collect.
We don't got to deal with people spamming L's.
Yes, we have people in the chat.
You have to deal with people spamming L. It's so hard. It's so hard. Don't get me wrong. That is a very hard aspect of dealing with people that, like, this is your community. They're against you. Like, they're against you. You know what I'm saying? And these are the people that's supposed to love you. So that does create a mental strain. But also, you gotta learn how to shut that off and just be like, fuck you. I don't give a fuck what you think. As a streamer.
Spamming L's. Oh, this is boring. We don't like this video. You have to create content. Imagine you have to be high energy. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? You guys like this stream?
That's me 24/7. I'd rather do that.
So why don't you become a streamer?
Man, that's what I want to do. F that. F does not buy shit.
If streaming is so easy, how come every single person in this seat is not a streamer?
People are lazy. They want to put in the work.
That's their fault.
I get called fat all the time.
Oh, so what? I get called fat and chubby. All my homeboys call me chubby, fat,
Well,
whatever.
That's your homeboys, though. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's a
Yeah.
homeboy.
Yeah, and you right, homeboy, you right. But check this out. My nigga, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go out there and get that bag.
I think she's got something she wants to say.
Oh my gosh, wait, we're seeing a flag.
Unfortunately, these flags are actually useless. We decided to use a timer instead because we suck at explaining things.
Sound like phase shit.
So you raised your flag. Is there a reason you did
Yeah,
that?
because I was actually a cook for 15 years. So that means for 15 years, I had to get up practically every day, get dressed, go to work, and I had to deal with not only adults, but I also had to deal with children.
We deal with children every day, too.
We deal with tens of thousands of children and adults.
The Lacey Thugs are. Do you not know who the Lacey Thugs are?
I can't go out in public without 10 kids coming up and asking for a picture. Do you know how hard that is of a life?
Isn't that special?
That is difficult.
How long do you think this is going to last?
Forever.
Forever,
You think this
hopefully.
is going to last forever?
I hope so. You just proved my point for me. I don't have that security that's gonna last forever. Having a job, being
That's
a
why
cook,
you gotta
you
grind.
have that security of, oh, I have a job, I have a degree, I have this. This could end for me tomorrow.
Hypothetically, if you all of a sudden you lost all your followers, what would you do?
I know what he'll do. Get a
No, I'm asking
trigger
him.
warning.
I'm asking him. What would you
Job.
do if you lost completely all your YouTubers? You had
Y'all niggas are dicks, bro.
nothing. No one watched you anymore. I didn't even watch you anymore. What would you have to do? You would have to actually have to go to work.
Oh, this bitch is shaking the table. What? These niggas are dicks.
Oh my God, did I just cuss at you?
That's a slur. If I did lose all my followers, I would probably buy a couple houses and start my real estate empire.
Okay, so then you would have to actually go to work. You would actually have to go to the office.
And I would think that would be a much easier job than streaming.
You gotta go into your setup though and sit in front of studio lights and read the chat and be interactive.
But no, he lost everybody. He lost everybody. He has no followers whatsoever. He would have to turn around.
You're proving my point.
You would have to
You're proving
turn
my
around.
point. You're proving my point on why this is harder because I could lose it all tomorrow.
Yeah, but you could lose it tomorrow.
If let's say you're a cook, right? Let's say you got fired. You have hundreds of people lined up. You can go cook over here, cook over there.
You could be a private chef.
You could be a private chef. Exactly. I don't have that security.
I was a cook in the school system. I cooked all frozen food.
But you still cook.
You still cook. You go cook for another school.
I think
Niggas don't know how to debate.
I saw a flag right here.
Flag.
Somebody get real debaters instead of just old people that are mad.
I see red flags.
I'm gonna have to backlight. Yo, Lacey, it's the truth.
I think something you guys aren't taking into account. Say we get a brand deal, I gotta post on an Instagram story. I gotta go find the 4 Loco cans. I gotta make sure I get the 4 Loco can. And
Not to mention,
You have to do work. That's what we have to do.
it ruins our Twitter impressions too.
I gotta tag.
Ron is a dick.
And then that goes into falling off.
My name is Rhonda. I'm a registered nurse from the South.
Nice to meet you,
From
Rhonda.
Arkansas. 35 years ago, I decided to go to nursing school because I wanted to be a creative, I thought. I loved fashion, I loved acting, I loved singing. But in the South, whole lot of racism back in the 60s and the 50s.
Jesus Christ.
People didn't give a rat's ass if you created something, and they wouldn't support your business.
Silky, take this one, please. Lacey can't talk about this.
So yes, a 9 to 5 is much harder. I had to work 7 to 3, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I had to support my daughter.
Rhonda,
you get spoiled.
Rhonda, can I ask you a question?
Nope.
Have you ever done
You
it?
get spoiled. You get spoiled that your mama and daddy keep giving it to you.
Rhonda,
Because
I got a question for Rhonda.
I
got a
did
question
it.
for Rhonda. Rhonda,
Yes.
have you ever done a subathon?
What's a subathon?
30
Dead ass.
days straight,
24
hours a day.
Day and night. No break.
We all streamed.
That
for-
ain't even healthy.
You're talking about working 7 to 3. You have 2 30-minute breaks throughout that. You get to go home afterwards, see your family, relax. We were on camera 30 days straight, no personal.
What
If you know how
day
hard
were
it is
you a registered
to
nurse?
have.
When did you get a break? You clean boo-boo?
When have you ran a 3-minute ad?
You
When have you
clean
ever
up
ran? You
vomit,
never ran a 3-minute
You
ad?
pass trays. You short-handed.
Talk about the fake relationships that you have.
Oh my God.
Now keep.
It's fake
Think
on
about
social
this.
media.
Think about this. Imagine
Sure.
every little person. We call them parasocials. They judge your
Parasocials.
relationships. You can't go out to dinner or have a girl take a picture in your car without them finding out and judging you.
I got caught with
based
my
on it.
ex.
I
in
got caught with
public.
my ex, and I got treated like I was a pedophile for it.
Mental health. When you stop caring about what people think and what they say about you, do you. And that's a big problem with younger people. You care about what people think, social media, what they say about
Because
you.
that's our
That's
job.
our job.
You said you're a nurse, right?
35 years.
What do you think's harder? 24.
Yeah, it is about, you do gotta care about what motherfuckers think, but you don't have to let it affect you. But that's fucking so hard to say. That is so hard to do. I mean, that is so hard to do. Easy to say, hard to do. Because, yeah, your friends might be like, oh, you're fat, whatever. And then you don't have 100,000, you don't have 10,000 people in your chat calling you fat. You feel me? It's fucked up.
Hour
It's
open
mean.
surgery, like when you're helping with the doctor, et cetera, or a 24-hour stream?
24-hour open surgery.
Oh,
You're
brother.
short-handed.
We're saving thousands, you're saving one.
You're a monster. Ron is a piece of shit.
All right, so you said 30-day subathon, right?
Yeah.
My argument is that none of you guys actually did any of the work during that, and it was all your filmers, your
part of the
editors,
face team?
your producers. All these people back here are the ones doing the work. You guys just show up and have fun.
They didn't do anything.
It's a group project.
No, because here's the thing.
That's bad takes.
That's bad takes. That's bad takes. That's bad takes.
They wouldn't have any work if it wasn't for us, though.
I would even go as far to say as every person in this room, we keep them employed as well. Because here's the thing, we get sponsors from these companies that have 9-to-5s, right? These companies, hold on. These companies are
He's
not
right,
viable
though.
without influencers to push the brand and keep them in business.
Have you ever worked a real job?
No.
So how would you
See,
know?
I have worked a real job.
What was your real job?
I worked 8 months, I worked a double. I worked Walmart and Panera at the same time for a
Why
year.
is she laughing? Bro, she's making me mad.
I actually feel like they're wrong.
Hi, I'm Chris.
All right, Chris.
Why do you think a 9-to-5 job is not harder than what you do?
Well, you're guaranteed to pay.
Guaranteed to pay.
Yeah.
And that makes it harder?
Yeah. Makes it easier for you
Makes
guys.
it easier
Yeah.
because we have a guaranteed pay.
100%. You have
Makes
security.
it easier
Talk about
for
raises.
Makes it easier for 9-to-5 people to have a job because their pay is
Yeah,
guaranteed.
when you go to work every day, everyone's
So you're
like,
basing the ease of a job just on somebody getting paid regularly? Is that what you...
well, let's just say well, that comes to perspective. If you say someone who works food, if you someone who works a doctor, it's obviously different. But if you're talking abroad, 9 to 5, someone who doesn't need a degree, yeah, it's way easier than being a streamer.
How so?
Well, it's because you're guaranteed and you don't need any crazy knowledge. You don't need to go to school for most jobs, like certain things like a 9 to 5. If you wanted to go work at Foot Locker, I could go to Foot Locker, apply, and then next thing you know, I'm selling shoes for pay every single hour.
So according to you, a job is easier or harder based on the guaranteed pay? That's one aspect
Yep. That's his old cameraman, yep.
of it.
Working
right?
at
Yeah.
Foot Locker,
Okay.
working at a job like Panera or wherever Lacey is easier than a streamer, yes, because a streamer you have to come up with ideas, you have to stay relevant.
Oh, we're talking about ideas now. Okay,
Yeah,
we're
what do you-
talking
what-
about pay.
Okay, so what do you want to
that's
start with
one
though?
way that
But it
it's
doesn't
easier.
make. But
Well,
you're not
you
even.
started with
You're not
pay.
even. You keep switching it. So why
Oh,
don't
I'm
you
not
answer my
switching
question?
anything.
Yeah, you 100% are.
Yeah.
So how is it harder?
He's just trying to rage bait Ron back. He's not even coming up with points. He's just trying to rage bait Ron back.
Or if you're guaranteed to pay, I worked for
Rage bait Olympics.
4 years of streaming. I didn't make $1.
Well, what's your definition of hard? That's the thing. It's like what
Stuff
is
that you need
difficult.
creativity. You need
Okay.
to get out of your circle, comfort
Sure.
zone.
Yeah.
You need to be able to actually make people believe what you believe in the sense of like, oh, this is good content. Do you watch any TV shows?
I watch YouTube.
Okay, you watch
so
YouTube.
much YouTube.
So it's the same thing. So the people that
Absolutely,
you're
yeah.
entertained by are the people like us, just for a different audience.
That's true, but you're talking about entertainment as a job. We could talk about entertainment.
This is entertainment,
as a job.
but this
yeah,
is entertainment.
Entertainment
But
as
my
a
question
job
to you
doesn't have
is
any
why?
guarantees. Absolutely.
So do you truthfully you can sit here and think that working at like a Foot Locker or something like that? I'm just using that because that's the best
Sure.
example.
Yeah, yeah.
Is harder than a streamer?
It depends on what you are saying the word hard means to you. Because
In the
there's
sense
hard
of everyday
physically,
activity, because
there's
some
hard-
people around here said, "Oh, I got to wake up at 7 a.m., 8 a.m." Oh,
Yeah.
okay, we have to do the same thing.
Sure.
Some people do that.
And you deal with yourself.
No, we deal with millions
When
of people.
you're creating that content and you have your phone,
Okay.
you're dealing with you and yourself in that phone.
Okay, so what happens?
You're not dealing with
Not true.
coworkers and you're not
That's not
dealing
true at
with-
all. I have an
Okay.
editor that I pay who relies on me. If I stop doing
Which
any
is
type
later.
of content, he loses
So when
a job.
you go to your job, when you go to work, rather than punching a card, you pick up your phone or you turn on a camera.
Okay, so when you punch the card, let's say, who's above you? Your boss, right? What happens if he just takes the business and he says, "Oh, we're not doing it anymore"? You lose your job.
If the work is picking up a phone or turning on a camera as opposed to going in with a bunch of people and having to multitask tasks you have to do throughout your shift and deal with your
Tasks you gotta do
coworkers
throughout
and
the stream.
interpersonal thing. Tell me how much you do of that stuff while you are actually doing your job for however many number
Okay,
of hours
perfectly.
that you are talking and typing and shitting and eating and all that stuff that everybody's watching you do. Go
ahead.
No, but there's actually a mental aspect.
I understand that, yeah.
No. Let me hear me
Yeah,
out.
go ahead.
Camaraderie. Like you have like a group of people, like friendships, relationships, which is the most
Sure.
important thing in life. So do you build that with your coworkers and stuff like that?
Sorry, bye. See you later.
Seeing a lot of flags.
What's your name?
So I'm Angelina, and I work as an executive assistant.
You're right. You're right. She's right. Hang on. She's right.
She's right. She's right. Everything she says is right. 9 to 5.
All right, so you guys were talking about the mental aspect, and I thought that was really interesting because as someone who works a 9 to 5, technically it's a 10 to 6, but I still have to clock in a certain amount of time. I come home, I'm too tired to cook. Fortunately, I have a beautiful girlfriend that does all of that stuff for me when I get home, but if I didn't, I would have to cook for myself and get to bed in time and wake up in time to commute back to my job. You guys talk about how it's hard because there's a mental aspect, and I understand as someone who's been on social media a lot that you get
How long
berated.
have you been on social media? Just to get broad.
So I actually did content creation starting at the age of 14. When I moved to LA, I gained like 10,000 followers off the bat, and I was very young, and I started working with different brands.
Okay.
I totally understand the mental aspect. It's just that you guys can afford to say, hey, I'm gonna go wherever for 2 weeks, and that can be content, that can be your job, and you actually get to relax and travel the world and have other
So
opportunities.
you're just saying a lot of points.
There's no relaxation.
Just so I can answer a couple.
Mm-hmm.
So you were saying like to go back to the beginning, you were saying like you can manage like your time with like relationship. Was that correct? Like you have your girlfriend when you go home, like.
I fortunately have a support system, but I every day like ask myself how I would
So
have
I'll
been
give you
able
a
to do it
perfect
without.
example. So you said 14 you started. I started at 16. For about 3 years, I was making money, and it slowly went super up, and then all of a sudden it went down. Right?
Yeah.
I lost everything, fell off
was about to
completely.
yourself.
About to myself. Real story. This is a real story. This isn't a joke. Why are you smiling?
We've all been there. Every 9 to 5 worker has been there.
So
That's
going
why.
back to what you said, how you have a support system. I moved across the country from my parents at the age of 19, lived alone in an apartment, was paying a certain amount of money every single month, and I was losing money. I wasn't making enough money to pay my, like I had money in my bank for my rent, but I wasn't making
It was
more than my
serious,
rent.
yeah.
So I was
You
losing.
were in the red every
I
month.
was in the
I
red
got
every
you.
single month. Girlfriend broke up with me at the time, so alone
whammy.
across the country. So it's like when you're alone too and everything's going down, where's my support system?
I don't like why you laughing, bro.
Okay, so I have a question. You said that for the first 4 years you started streaming, you had no income. How are you able to survive?
I lived with my mom. I was 16.
So that to a certain extent is privilege.
That's privilege.
It is.
But my mom. How's that privilege? Before you
It's
go
privilege because you have the support system to have a place to live.
there? Well, at 15, 16, I would hope I have parents that.
I mean, yeah, bro. Like 15, 16, like, you know, most households, your parents are holding you down. Most households. Now you're just going poverty for poverty. Like, you're like, yo, you wasn't dirt fucking poor. You weren't dirt fucking poor. What are you talking about? Like, honestly, the way Ron came up was fucking tough. It was hard as fuck. And now he's up. But it's the same shit of you know what I'm saying? Like, people not liking, you know, the people that got more than them. That's the same shit. That's the, you know, the same old story that everybody got, you know? Yeah, that grandma laughing, she needs to leave, because, like, that, she don't, no, she's...
that would live in.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't, and they have to
What
take
is that?
9
That's
to
a whole
5.
different discussion. So a lot of people don't have houses.
A lot of
when they
people
working
don't
9 to
have
5s?
families that support them or
But
accept
that's a
them.
whole different conversation.
Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. You're talking about people, like, bro, that's a whole nother conversation, bro. I would say at least most families got, most kids have support systems up to 18. Most. You know what I'm saying? Most. So, like, or some type of support system up to fucking 15, 16, 17. You know what I'm saying? That's why streamers such a young game too. It's like that during that time where you're not working and you're just like, you know, like before you're fresh out of high school and shit, you can literally grind. You can literally grind streaming. You could literally grind streaming. Cause like what, who's paying bills? Like, you know what I'm saying? The peoples are paying the bills. You know? So that makes sense. It's not like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm not gonna lie. The aspects that they're bringing up with like, you're your own business. You're talking about 9 to 5 where you work under somebody and a streamer where you're your own business. Literally, you're your own business. So that's the argument. You're arguing 9 to 5 versus entrepreneurs, honestly. And it's harder because most entrepreneurs, they're selling you something, right? They're selling you something, right? Like streamers, nigga, we're just trying to provide y'all entertainment. And, you know what I'm saying? You support us out of love. You feel me? There's like, I provide you entertainment, you feel me? And you don't even necessarily even have to like sub. You know what I'm saying? You're subbing out of love, bruh. You're subbing out of support, you know? Or, you know, you're subbing because you don't want to watch an ad. But still, same thing, you know? So, like, the aspect of it being an entrepreneurial thing, your own business, like, I bet you they're not going to argue owning your own business versus a 9 to 5. They won't argue that. They're going to argue the streamer shit because they see you, that you're on the game and you're on the computer and, you know, you see the big streamers first, honestly. You see the big streamers first and, you know, you see them out the country or going state to state to these crazy events. Like, talk to the motherfuckers that's trying to get there. Talk to me. Talk to the struggling content creators. But then you're going to tell them to just get a fucking job. Exactly. But a lot of us content creators are niggas that's we're not trying to get stuck in that cycle, bruh. We're not going to get stuck in that cycle. We're going to work the fucking 9 to 5. We got to work the 9 to 5 for sure. But most creatives, most entrepreneurs don't want to get stuck in that 9 to 5 cycle, bruh. That's just the truth.
What does that have to do with the 9 to 5?
Because they still need to survive. So the fact that you were given
So
the
how did you move to LA?
I moved across the country as well
Fuck
with
you,
my mom when I
900.
was 15 years old.
Do you not think that's privileged?
I mean, we moved into a 1-bedroom in Santa Monica and shared a trundle bed, so.
Okay, well, I was reselling shoes to afford my mom's mortgage and everything.
I get it. I've definitely helped my family out in times where I was able to, but I also had to have my family support me in order for me to have certain opportunities to make money in the first place. So if you didn't have content creation, what would you be doing?
It's a great question. I don't know, because I didn't set my goals that way. I set up my life to that. I know I would do what I want to do. If we all got paid the same every single month, let's say just in simple terms, we all got paid $100,000 a month, a crazy amount of money. Would you guys still, truthfully, I'm asking a serious question, would you guys say that all of our jobs are harder than each other, truthfully?
Yeah, if she was a nurse, she had to go to medical school for years just to be able to have her
But
foot
she
in the
knew
door.
that she was getting security because she was going to be a nurse, correct?
Not secure.
How is it not secure if you knew what you were going to do?
Nothing's secure.
Nothing's secure. You just proved my point. But you just proved my point.
No job is secure, but content creation gives you the ability to have those savings,
But
to have an audience. And even if you do lose all your followers one day,
Yeah.
even if
Let's
you
say I
lose,
lost it all tomorrow.
you still have residuals of your previous viral
But that's-
videos. Even if people are hating on
that's
you and
not
shitting on you,
necessarily-
that's still adding to what goes into your pocket.
There's literally doctors who do one surgery and make hundreds of $1,000s.
Because they were trained for decades and they had to go to
So
school.
were we.
You went to school to be a content creator?
Streamer University.
God, Ron was hilarious. No, Adapt is dead ass gonna be just.
How you doing, bro?
Good, how you doing?
Alex.
Gabe.
Space Boy Domino, thank you for the follow. Nah, Island, you're right. You're right. It's almost like my IG are the highlights. My IG is the highlights. You feel me? Even though I do so much more than just that, but my IG is the highlights. So, people like watching highlights. People like watching highlights, I don't know, bro. All I can do is just keep working. That's all I can do.
Gabe, how we doing?
I'm doing good. So first of all, I want to say I do respect all of you for what you do. I mean, you guys do work, but you do not work as hard as people who have a regular job.
You don't know that.
I mean, that I do know it for sure. It's very clear. People have to wake up and do their routine over and over again. It's not a daily thing, it's a weekly thing, it's a monthly thing, it's a yearly thing, it's a life thing. And if they screw up, they lose their jobs. And they always have to be careful because if they do something weird, they say something weird to their coworker or their boss, they're gonna lose their job. If you lose some
Nah, that could be the same for streaming too, sir. And then you're debating something. You're debating a job you don't want to do compared to people that are living shit they want to do. So it's almost semantics.
followers because of something you say, you'll get other followers, and you have a large following enough where there's enough of a range of perspectives that people will always be on board for you as long as you're producing content. People who screw up at their jobs and lose their jobs, and maybe there's a recession, there's not a lot of jobs, as could be now. They get potentially homeless or worse.
You ever heard of cancel culture?
What's that? Yeah, of course I've heard of it. But how many people have been canceled and came back? I mean, it happens all the time. Your boss is not going to be loyal to you if you don't get that thing in on time 5 times.
Okay, but check it
you're
out.
done.
Okay, so listen, but to be able to get that loyal following of people that do follow you,
Yes.
you need to build that over years
Okay,
and years and
okay.
years and hours of
Okay,
trust
all right.
and communication.
That's the part that niggas not talking about because they just see the rich streamers, which all of them are. You feel me? They don't know the niggas that's in the mud which all these niggas did this. They were all in the mud building from nothing. But they see, obviously you see the rich ones and it's like, oh, that's easy. There's nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? Nobody sees the hard times. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? One day y'all all gonna be like, damn, remember when Foolie had the half wall and his bed propped up on the side of the wall? You know what I'm saying? But nobody's gonna sit here and really, remember all these times. You feel me? Everybody's gonna remember when a nigga up. You feel me?
And intimate relationships with your audience.
Okay, so
that's not something that's just given to you.
Look, the
you
things-
don't just fall into 1 million subscribers, 2
Of
million
course
subscribers,
not.
3 million
Of course
subscribers.
not. It takes work for sure. But what you guys are talking about in terms of the toll it takes on you, a large part of it, and let me tell you something, I'm a little older than you guys, so a large part of it is just general angst from being young, and you just happen to have a camera in front of you and talking to people or whatever, but at the same time, you're doing exactly what most people are doing, which is dealing with life stuff, and that's normal. Like the mental toll that it takes dealing with people and getting comments and this and that, that's what everybody deals with. But you don't have to wake up at 6 a.m. and get to your job and then be there and like be on the whole time, no matter what. Anyone who has a 9 to 5 has to do that.
I said, what do you do?
Well, I'm a college professor, so. I have to do that same
So
sort
you
of.
just gotta come in and teach the same shit for the next 10, 15 years?
Yes, you're right.
Come on, bro.
Right,
You
right.
already know what he's doing.
We have to produce new shit every day.
For me in particular, to Silky's point, you're a college professor, so you're essentially reteaching the same curriculum to the same students.
That I had to take
You know what I'm
years
saying?
to learn, but
you know
yes.
what I'm saying? But I started making content when I was 12 years old.
Okay.
It started out playing Call of Duty trick shotting. I
You were-
don't think
okay.
anybody in this room could hit a crane shot. I don't know if anyone in this room could.
Here we go. Oh no! Here we fucking go. Here we go with Adapt. Here we fucking go. I doubt anybody can do a 360 no scope off the crane on high rise.
Quick scope.
I don't know if
So
that's
I had
something to be proud of, but okay.
So I had to do that for 4 years,
Okay.
right? And then I'm like, okay. Then I had to do YouTube for 4 years,
Okay.
right?
All right.
And then I had to do FaZe Clan, build FaZe Clan out, fix FaZe Clan, and then
Okay.
do streaming.
Okay.
So you're
with how many
constantly-
people helping you?
How many people helping me?
Yeah.
Come on now.
For which stages?
All of them. There were a lot. You had a team.
When I was
Was it just you? Like
No. It
Okay.
was just me. There's receipts of this.
It wasn't built on the shoulders of anyone?
There's receipts on YouTube of me.
Okay, well, where did YouTube come from?
When I was
How did
13
YouTube become so
when I was
easy?
13
Because
years
a
old.
bunch of people worked their butts off 9 to 5, making it a thing.
That's
and
what
if it
you did
didn't
in the
exist,
previous
if
point.
it didn't exist, you couldn't press
So the
play, you
fact-
couldn't press record,
So the fact that
and
you
then
have
just talk.
The fact that you have a campus to teach on. Then
Yeah.
boom, there you go.
Right, but I also had
have
to
a
spend
campus to
years
teach.
earning my credentials and mastering.
And I did it.
Come on, guys.
Shit, that's your fault. That's what you want to do, though. That's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, like, I reiterating again, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Everything's hard. Both things are hard. Streaming is hard. Streaming is hard, especially when you're doing that at the highest level, because you are producing content. You have to make ideas. You have to be You're an entertainer. You're an entertainer. And some people don't know what it takes to be an entertainer. Like, you think you can just roll over. You think fucking Chris Rock and Cat Williams and Kevin Hart just roll out the bed funny. And don't get me wrong. So, yeah. But for them to make their stand-ups, no, that takes work. They have to make the jokes. They got to make sure they're not taking other niggas' jokes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, create new jokes. Life of an entertainer is not easy.
Your credentials are playing video games. I play video games on my spare time. Come on, guys.
So you just want to get paid to play video games. It's okay. We understand.
I'm Nikki, and my perspective is coming from a hair and makeup artist, physical job. Doesn't seem like any of you guys can even compete with the physicality.
brother.
You guys just,
I know how to do a 3-strand braid.
Just sitting on your butt and talking into a microphone.
know.
is
So
very different.
So wait.
Very different than having to get up in the morning, carry all of your gear. You've got to carry all of your hair, makeup, all of your supplies. You have to haul it around, get up early in the morning. You stand on your feet all
Bet.
day. You never sit down.
I hear you, I hear you. I built a house.
You're breathing in toxic chemicals all day.
All right, can I talk?
Hairspray.
Listen, so your whole
So
thing.
it's dangerous.
Listen, bet.
Your
Just
job
chill,
isn't
chill.
dangerous.
So
your
thing
job
is-
isn't
your thing
physically
is
taxing. You're just talking into a
So
microphone.
bet, listen. So your whole
She
thing.
doesn't get back.
Your whole thing is we can't do what you do, right?
It's not
No,
physical.
but
I'm saying that
I
a
just-
9 to
y'all let
5
me talk for a
job where
second.
you physically have to do
So-
some hauling around stuff.
So
and
physically, I physically
you're
can't
just
haul
talking
around
into a microphone.
bags of like makeup. You physically could never trick shot. You could not hit crane shot. You can't 1080. You can't hold a controller
Talk to
and
him.
make a 200K montage.
Talk
You can't.
come on, man.
No one in here can.
Talk to him. Talk to him. Which, don't get me wrong, what Adapt is talking about does take skill and hours of practicing. Takes a lot of skill.
None of you could.
But you can
none
go
of
carry
you-
some, just
none of you
some
could
hair and makeup.
physically
And you have
go
to do that for 12 hours a day.
Yes. Actually,
You're
yes.
taking 4 days to hit a trick shot. It's taking you 4 days to hit a trick shot.
Actually, yes, I would have
Hours
to
a
do
day.
that.
And then your day is
Yes,
never
I
done. When you're
would.
done doing that, is your job done? Do you have to go shopping and replace
No, no,
all
no.
of the
Wait,
things
wait.
that you
Stop.
use?
No. Listen,
You have to
Vicky,
clean
listen,
all of
Vicky.
your gear.
You don't know about dry streaks. You don't know about hit markers.
But when you're done, you're
You
done.
don't know about if the Elgato wasn't on.
When
Can
you're
you
done, you're
imagine
done.
these
Oh
things?
my God, disable or resample.
If I rendered my video in Vegas and I sent the editor the clips out, disable and resample.
Oh my God.
My montage is fucked. Your main underlining argument here is what you do is physically
Daily, day
more-
to day.
Okay. Your main thing is what you do is physically more taxing and hard than what any of us
And
do.
dangerous.
I could say the same thing. You cannot physically trick shot. You could never. I would go as far
Okay,
as
so-
I don't.
Bro, adapt. Shut the fuck up.
How many hours a day do you trick shot?
I don't think.
How many
any of you
hours
guys
a
ever do.
day do you trick shot?
When I
How many
Shut the
hours?
fuck up, adapt.
When I was trick shotting, it was 12 hours a day. It was however long I needed to. However
Every
long I
day, 12
needed
hours
to.
a day
However
trick
long I
shotting?
needed to hit a clip.
12 hours a day, every day.
5 seconds.
And that clip is.
He carries a Barrett 50 cal and he jumps off of stuff.
I would have to get on Call of Duty, turn my sense all the way up to 1010. I would have to get to last. I would have to pray to God that he would be
Y'all
in the
laughing,
right
he's
spot,
not trolling.
throw the concussion. Now I gotta have my rotations down. I gotta have my rotations.
Dead zones. Talk about dead zones.
Talk about dead zone.
Stick drip.
Stick trip.
Thing is, for the most part, but that is not all YouTubers that are doing something physical. A lot of it is just talking.
Yeah, but she also said it was dangerous. We could walk around IRL stream and someone could rob us or kill us.
I gotta.
Wait,
They're laughing.
No, very true. Very true. Very true.
They're laughing, but that's happened recently.
I got a pumpkin thrown on my head by a crackhead.
Crackhead ran up to him on stream and almost
died.
Almost
Because he
decapitated
quoted
him
his
when he
thoughts.
was-
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, Jason. I would have fucking beat that fucking dude to. I wish some fucking homeless nigga ran up on me on stream. Cut that stream off. We're about to beat this nigga to death. And I'm gonna be like, finally, it's my time to shine. He talking basic 360 no scope. Oh God, Silky.
My name is Thelma. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. I am very occupational. My last job, I worked as a librarian with elementary school children.
So
I have been an executive secretary, legal.
very quiet, peaceful.
Yes, yes, all that. You know, because it's who you are. That you know, we create social media all the time because that's what we are. We're 9-to-5ers, and we interact and have energy with people. Where I don't think that you guys have that.
We have energy.
You have false energy because you're across the screen. You're not interacting with people like we do.
So what are we doing right now?
Interacting?
What are we doing right now?
You're doing it now because we're doing a video.
Wait, isn't she debating for us? That's making it harder for us.
Do you know that there's millions of people?
Now I'm not gonna have all y'all gang up on me.
There's millions of people who watch a video and
Yes.
save lives every
Yes.
day. Probably more than doctors.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
There's people that literally stay alive because they want to watch our videos.
You know about going out into the clubs at night, staying out till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, trying to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning so you can get dressed.
So you was
to
having
get-
fun.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so
So, what I'm saying is like you guys don't do the interaction. You don't touch people like this.
okay. Now
What kind of shit's going on?
Get her, woo! Yeah, woo! Fuck that old lady, woo! Fuck her for me, woo! How does it happen? How does this happen every time?
you go to the club, you get to put some shades on, and you go by your day to work. We can't do that because we have thousands of people.
But is
You're
that
drunk,
your choice?
You're high. You're
But is
hungover.
that
Just
your
get off
choice?
stream. We don't want to see you like this.
But is that your choice?
We don't like you like this. Why are you doing this?
But is that your choice? You chose that. You chose this
But
life.
that's the thing. We can't. We
And
can't
that's what's
do what
happening
you do.
now. That's what's happening now with the whole world. It's a total disconnect. When you have a 9 to 5, you dealing with people. You touching people's hearts,
We deal with
souls,
people too.
mind. No, you
They do the same thing.
are not.
Do you know how many bands we meet a day?
I think. Look, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I respect what you do.
Do you
because
watch
I
any
think,
entertainment?
Oh my
Of
God.
course I watch
So do
entertainment.
you
I
ever-
got kids.
wait,
I got grandkids.
Do you ever laugh? Do you ever laugh?
Of course I
So
laugh.
then they
We're
interact with
touching
you.
them.
But the interaction is
Did
not
it make you
real.
feel better?
When I'm
Did it
watching
make you- wait, did it make you feel better?
Then what make me feel
Have you
better?
ever
It all
watched-
depends on
have you ever been
it all
entertained?
depends- it
Have
all
you ever been
depends
entertained and
on
been
what's
like,
coming.
oh, I feel good?
Some of it is
I got a
fake.
banger right now.
Some of it is
You
fake.
see, you're not answering.
So now let me.
Okay, well let me answer your because I'm debating him.
Okay, yeah.
But go ahead.
Right after this, I got you. Right
Okay,
now.
all right, come on. Let's
So
get it.
when you're entertained, have you ever felt like your day was better if you watched something? You've never felt like that?
Yeah, sure.
So what's the difference with us?
The difference with you is that you guys do this 24/7. That's all you do.
Yeah.
You know, you just like you. Wait a minute. Somebody made a comment about, oh, I can't even go out with my girlfriend, or I can't even go out in public.
That's right.
I can go out in public and be seen.
So it's
You know what?
easier.
So it's easier.
I'm a very social. I'm a very social person. I'm very popular in where I do and where I am. I do social media.
Kaylin,
I'm saying what we do has not affected.
did you go to ISW's chat before you came to mine? Did you do that again? Did you fucking do that again?
People's not real. How come when I go out in public and I meet someone and they're like, oh my God, wait, I loved your videos growing up. You were my childhood. I used to watch you
Or their
every
hands
single
shaking,
day.
their hands shaking.
Like, you were my child. You know how like we grew up watching Disney Channel?
Yep.
I've had
Ben
kids come
10.
up hundreds of times throughout years of my life, had kids come up to me and say these things. So
Okay.
I'm Robbie. I'm a server at an Italian restaurant.
Come on, bro. Life's easy.
Oh, that's not fair.
He has the same menu, makes the same food every day.
Fir-
bro.
First thing I'm gonna say is nobody's gonna say being a nurse isn't hard, because my aunt was. That is the
My
most
mom was.
difficult shit. How are you gonna disrespect your mom like
No,
that,
she
dude?
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect
She
your
loves
mom
it.
and say that your work is harder?
She tells
That
me
is
it's
so
easy.
rude,
Nigga,
honestly.
She works 2 of them.
Okay,
She works at 2 hospitals.
let me ask you something.
She said it's mad easy. She could work at 2 hospitals.
No disrespect, but what you do, I'm not your target audience. So break it down for me, because I don't even get it.
Oh my God.
Let me ask you something.
You just said I'm not your target audience because I'm black. That's what you just said.
No. It's because he don't watch streamers. Here you go.
Don't watch me because I'm black. And this is what I'm talking about. It's harder.
He has to get judged every
I gotta get
single
judged every day. Everybody thinks I'm a hoodlum. I'm a nice guy.
He's a jolly dude.
I can't get a job because I got taxed. I used to work at Costco's. I had the greatest 401k granted me. That means that when I retire, I get the biggest stipend of my life. Do you know I could just sit there and just meat pack all day just to really realize that, what, maybe 20 years I'm gonna be sitting on millions because I worked at Costco's?
Yeah, Will.
okay.
I didn't have to interact with nobody. Just
Yeah, whoa.
smacking meat.
Yeah, Will.
Come on, bro.
Hey.
Yeah, whoa.
Is what you do fun?
I mean,
Do you enjoy what you do?
if I make it fun.
Yes. Yes, though. Yes. Yes. So you're debating that it's harder because you don't want to do what you do. So do whatever it takes to change that. That's the debate. And I know it's like, oh, it's not that easy. Exactly, though. Exactly. Do what it takes to do the things that make you happy. As simple as that. You got to take an extra hour or 2 or 3 out after your hard 9-to-5 job to try to start a business or be a content creator or like to make clothes, or if you do makeup or nails, to start learning how to do makeup and nails, do it. And I get it. It's not that easy. But to do the things you honestly love, it's not easy. Period, point, fucking blank. That's where the debate dies. That's why I said this at the start of the video, bro. The argument is not streamers versus 9-to-5. It's niggas that don't like what they do compared to the niggas that like what they fucking do. Literally as simple as that.
You make it fun.
I could make it fun.
Yes or no? Is what you do fun?
Not everything's fun.
What isn't fun? Break it down for me. What do you do in a day? We'll swap stories. What do you do in a day?
Okay, so it's very stressful, right?
Not fun at all. Because this dude was talking for 20 minutes about playing video games.
Whoa. It sounds like you're jealous, I'm not gonna lie. But
You're on his diesel.
okay, so look, right?
So I'm jealous of a harder job.
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
that was sarcasm. You didn't read it. No, I'd like to. hear this.
No, listen. Listen to the time that I wake up. I wake up maybe 3, 4 p.m. Know what I'm saying? I'm already drowsy because I just smoked the night before. You know why I gotta smoke? Because I just deal with thousands of people. I don't even like people. I gotta deal with thousands of them. No, let him stay. You gonna stay for this, right?
Wait, but you still haven't described what you've done other than smoking pot and waking up at 4.
Okay, waking up at 4 p.m., right? Now wake up, I gotta brush my teeth, right? Gotta make sure, cause I got a lot of comments. Now, you know, he don't brush his grills. What's his real teeth look like? I gotta make sure that my
He got Chanel earrings like a bad bitch.
And there's girls in his chat too sometimes. So,
Yeah,
you know.
this, you know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure I'm freshly saving. I'm not saving for this video. I already know what's gonna happen. It's about to be negative comments. Yo, shave that little scruffy shit on your face. Cool,
So he got fat.
Now I have to game Marvel Rivals for probably 1 to 2 hours before stream. You know why? Because I don't get to game it for after work. Like I can just game it after work, bro. I can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do that, right? After I do that, now I gotta sit here and plan with somebody what I'm gonna do for the stream today. Oh, looks like we got no content. All right, let's see if we can just scrub
Guess
something
what?
around.
No content, no money.
No content, no money. Now look, probably by 8 or 9 p.m., I'm still probably thinking I gotta do something for stream. My mind is fried.
You know what's crazy?
My mind is...
9 p.m. for him? Oh, I did my work today.
You already did my...
I did my work today.
You took the same boss already.
You're going to sleep.
What?
I don't want to hog the space here too much, but do you know the expression, give a man enough rope?
No.
You're losing.
No, I'm black.
Me.
Kill
No, I don't know this. I don't know.
Basically, you're talking yourself into a hole, man. Okay, my turn. I'll be brief.
Wait, give a man a rope.
What is he?
Wait,
It means-
is that racist?
I wasn't even thinking about it like that, bro. This nigga still, they're rage baiting, bro. They're rage baiting, bro. They're rage baiting so hard.
Wow.
Get this racist out here. He has no social cues. Oh, you're back?
Babe, I want to just say to you,
Rhonda.
I'm your black auntie.
Yeah,
That's what I
okay.
want to say.
Uh-huh.
You say you don't like people. It's all about relationships that you got with people. So when you say shit like that, do you really mean that?
Do I not like people?
You said,
I'm an introvert. I'd rather be in my own space. I'd rather be by myself.
And that's okay. But what is it that you're doing that's helping other people?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Saving lives. I'm a superhero.
He's a hero.
I'm a superhero, no kick.
All right. Jesus Christ. Bro, the black moms are taking over. Can somebody else sit down?
Uh-oh, here you go.
How you harder? I mean, fuck.
Dreaming is so much harder. Why are you doing it?
I can't have a public relationship because of the public eye and how they judge my relationships. I had a breakup with a girlfriend that I loved so dearly because I chose streaming.
So my question.
I loved her.
My question.
I loved her, and you're laughing.
My question again. If you think it's so much harder, why are you doing it?
Because I'm passionate about it.
Okay, so you love it. You love streaming. So do you love it more than you loved that girlfriend?
That's what I had to decide. I had to make sacrifice, and
So
that's
you-
what you have to do.
so you lost
with
the
streaming.
human touch.
But guess what? If I had a 9 to 5,
lost the human
if I
touch.
was flipping,
No, bruh, because if I was flipping burgers, bitch wouldn't even give a fuck about a nigga. Stop that. We ain't worried about none of these hoes. These hoes ain't loyal.
Burgers. I could
Kaylin, what are you doing? You at work?
have had a girlfriend still.
But you lost the human touch for the streaming.
Being a streamer, you have to be judged on thousands of people's opinions every single day. 9 to 5 person, maybe one,
But,
two, three.
okay, and then back to my point, is that your choice? Was that your choice?
But that's not the point, though. The
No,
point is
that's my point. That's my point.
Streaming is harder
Was
than
that,
that's the point.
you gave up your girlfriend for streaming. Come on now.
Shit, he ran up a bag. He
Yeah.
ran up a
I
bag.
ain't gonna lie,
He did it for his bag.
But the thing is,
I'm not worried about that, bitch. The fuck? Gave up your girl for streaming for my dream? Yes! Yes! The fuck? Stop that shit, bro. She really loved me. She would have stuck by me. Nigga, help me realize this shit. And not let all the niggas on the internet influence her and just be here with me. In my bubble. In my life. In my world. In my world. In my universe. In my world. In my city. In my town. In my house. In my room. Under my covers. Sucking my dick. You're a monster. The fuck? I ain't lose no human touch. Niggas is trying to win.
it comes to a point, do I pick love and a future with someone I care dearly for? Or do I pick
something that I
future
love?
Something that I'm passionate about and motion. I pick motion.
Kaylin, I seen your pics on the story. You look good today, girl. You look good today.
I'm Lala Costa.
Lala Costa? Yes. Amazing name.
Thank you.
Nigga trying to touch that
She
money
makes a percent
on.
of people's
Oh, God.
fuck ups. I like that.
If you had an opportunity to get a 9 to 5,
You feel me?
That you-
Community, you feel me though?
Create your-
Sam, you feel me?
like whatever you want,
Yes,
9
I
to
would.
5, you would take it?
Yes.
Because why?
Because I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
You don't? What? Come to this side.
No, but I have to because this is what I built my career off of.
You
started.
feel stuck.
I feel stuck, yeah.
Have you ever watched a show and you stopped watching it?
Mm,
Have you ever watched a show and you were like,
all the time.
it's the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have to.
That TV show can't. It's done. What happened to all those actors?
It's
after that?
canceled
They gotta
because I
go to-
stopped watching?
Well, no. I'm saying if
Baby, stop.
thousands of you
Honey,
stopped watching.
I think you guys are mixing all
Yeah,
the issues.
Cartoon Network. It's like
and
they
not
got millions of
focusing
people. You guys know what Cartoon Network is?
If your
It's
father
gone.
would stop, would you come up with a different brand then?
All those people are gone. Yeah, but pivot. That's the point.
Worked since I was at the age of 14.
Okay.
I was a gamer too.
I just think personally, like I agree with Jason that I think streaming does take a certain more than a 9 to 5, and I also think everybody in here, right? If you guys all try to be a streamer, right, and then we all try to do what you guys do,
You get L's in your chat.
the probability of everybody here trying to be an attorney is way higher than somebody making streaming a career.
Absolutely, your job is you just got lucky because you're a gamer. You got lucky. There are so many people
I was
like
just-
you
I was
out
talented.
there.
It wasn't
These
pure
days,
luck. I was-
everybody's an influencer. Come on.
No. But
So many.
no. But specifically, what I do, I'm not posting selfies around the world. It's basically all pure talent.
Wait,
Okay.
can I just why is he lucky? Why do we all get lucky though?
What is your talent?
Call of Duty. I was a professional Call of Duty player, like actual like.
So you were sitting at home and you're thinking, what am I going to do with my life while you were gaming? You're like, oh, let's put a
I was
camera.
16, so it wasn't really like that.
You weren't really thinking of what should I do with my life? Like, what should I study? What should I like? Where does my life go? You just got lucky.
It's not luck. It's
because-
just
He's talented at Call of Duty. He started making a shit ton of money from playing a game he really likes playing. You're trying to equate purpose to fucking stupid shit. Equate purpose to happiness. Nigga's happy. Why does it matter how he did it or if he got lucky even getting it? Like, didn't give up. And yeah, he's good.
determined. He knows that's the only route.
He didn't get lucky. He put in hours.
This video is pure rage bait. I love it. This is good. I kind of want to do a video like this.
We do too. We go to school.
Oh my God! I want to do a video like this. Except I'm gonna be on their end, and I want motherfuckers that love the J. Coles just to tell me how much they hate underground rap and Playboy Cardi and shit. I want them. That's what I want to do. I want to do one of these, but then I need y'all to tell me how much y'all hate Playboy Cardi and stuff. This is gonna be my video.
Luck. Everybody's a little bit of luck. I think, people who don't have a job, they feel they want to get lucky by getting a job. So I think people even having a job is some sort of luck.
He said, how many people of us could do this? No, it's luck. It's 1 of a million because for whatever reason.
How is that luck? If 1 out of a million, that one has to be the best. So how are you going to dismiss all his hard work and all of his talent?
Is he the best?
I got four. No. Let me get my statistics. There was over 300,000 people that played Warzone last year. This is the game that I play.
Okay.
I got 4th. So I was a top 12 player across the entire world.
And you're telling him
so that's not luck. That's pure skill.
So you're dismissing, is Michael Jordan lucky? Is LeBron James lucky?
Yes.
Are they lucky?
I mean,
no,
they have a talent. They have a talent. But you know how many talented people out there and don't get the chance? They don't get the shot at it?
That is true too, though.
I don't want to take up his time. So he's not talented?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's what you just said.
You just said
what he did.
I said a lot of people are talented, don't get the shot to do what he does.
Or people who
So
make it
it's
to the
luck.
NBA.
But I didn't even get a shot. It was I did it off the strength of me. There was no one who gave me a shot or anything like that. I simply was. You dead ass?
Yo, you being serious?
Why you laughing?
Why are they laughing, bro?
It's not luck. I've been doing this for 13 years. I uploaded 3,000 videos. 2,000 was I edited myself while I went to college, worked a job, and still went to school.
And yeah,
so that's not. I mean, if that's fucking,
stand on it.
if that's luck,
where's the luck at in that equation?
Again.
Is there a percentage? We are all lucky in some way, right? If we all have a job, we're lucky in some sort of way. But
God bless.
off of specific pure talent. And I worked on that since I was 16.
Again, I work with many talented people. I'm not saying about you. I'm
Yeah.
just talking in general. And there's so many people that are very talented, never get a shot because they don't do the right thing. They don't go the right path. They don't meet the right people. So there are so many even talented actors here. They never get a shot. So I'm just saying it's pure luck.
It wasn't luck.
Streaming is not harder than working DoorDash. Oh my God, bro.
Just saw an opportunity and just genuinely took it. It wasn't a handout. It was simply just, you know what, I'm
Yeah, bro, when I fucking got that 5 guy sitting right next to me, but I know it's not mine. And then they forgot to seal the bag. Nigga, I'ma eat a fryer too. It's hard. It's fucking hard. Have you ever had 5 guys that wasn't your guys? You're a monster. Come on.
talented at Call of Duty. This is what I want to do. It took me 8 years to make it a career. Is there something funny?
It's a freaking video game.
It's a talent.
Permission to dick ride? Hey, he's made tens of millions of dollars playing video games, so.
Exactly, that's that privilege. That's that privilege.
But I'm saying though, you couldn't.
It's the privilege because he worked his ass off to get there. Come on. Like, y'all, come on, stop.
Hop on a game and do what I do.
You couldn't do it.
That's a skill.
Your son couldn't do it. Your grandkids couldn't do it.
Oh, shit, Ron, that's a black lady. That's a fucking black lady. Calm the fuck down. Calm the fuck down now. Calm the fuck down.
Your son's grandkids could never do it. They could never do it.
Where's Silky? Somebody tell him to shut the fuck up. It's a black lady. Don't raise your voice to her. Raise your voice to the white lady at the table. I don't care about that. Don't raise your voice to no black mama. Watch your mouth.
Takes a talent.
The genes are done. They can't do it. They can't.
How many hours
can't.
a day did you spend
When I was younger?
Yeah, when you were younger.
Oh, I would wake up 3 hours before school. So I wake up at 4 a.m. and I would play before school. Bus would come at 7. I go to home, come back, and do it again. I was 16. What's funny?
See, there's a disconnect here, because to you guys, when you guys were growing up, yes, it was just video games, it was whatever. But when we were coming up, we're like, wait, maybe we can make this.
Have you ever had 5 guys that wasn't your guys? Who said that? You could have said that any other restaurant. A fucking yo. What are y'all talking about? You talking about what Kaylin said was Ayo? You said that. I didn't fucking say that, bro. Y'all fucking tripping, bro.
Disagree.
I did not say that.
Maybe if we get good enough at it and we create.
Do you not
good
think
enough
do you not
content,
think if you're talented at something, it's a God-given gift?
Video games is not like...
You don't think you don't think it's talent. You're just,
Bro, I did not fucking say that. Prove it. Y'all can't even prove it. Y'all don't have the clip. Where's the fucking clip? There's no clip. Officer, he's right here.
Full to understand.
That's I can't argue that because
Y'all could never
I gotta
play
keep it a-
FNCS either. It's
I
the
gotta
same
keep
shit.
it a buck. There's a disconnect.
Same
You come
shit.
from.
No, playing video games is not a God-given gift. But hand-eye coordination is a God-given gift. Think about that, Kaylin. Hand-eye coordination is a God-given gift.
A generation where this didn't exist. His career. You looked at this career and you laughed. Now, how come in colleges
And you can't tell me hand-eye coordination isn't a God-given gift, because who the fuck is Barry Bonds? Who the fuck is Barry Bonds?
courses on content creation and esports.
Oh.
When you grew up, this didn't exist, so no wonder you're gonna laugh when you hear this shit, because you're from a completely different generation. You just don't get it, and I don't know if you ever will be able to wrap your head around it.
Oh.
And it's fun, but it's like,
That's
again, it's
okay.
Oh, you gotta
That's
fight
fun.
back.
That's
You gotta
You're old! You're old!
fight back. I'm not gonna lie.
Nice meeting you.
A steroid user? Listen, at the end of the day, steroids didn't help him put bat to ball. Steroids did not help him put bat to ball. Now, the steroids probably helped him get the home run, but the steroids did not, no. Steroids did not help him put bat to fucking ball. No, the fucking didn't. Broke. No, the fucking didn't. If you said it did, you don't know baseball, and I don't know baseball, but I know sports. Stop.
I'm Ronnie.
Ronnie, nice to
This
meet you.
past-
My name's Ronnie.
You were talking about job security. Are you familiar with layoffs, with being furloughed? Like taking it back to that's being what? What does that even mean?
You lose everything. Every dollar. Everything. You lose everything.
Okay, and then you can rebuild yourself back. You
The same way
reinvent.
you can do if you get laid off. You get a new
Yeah,
job.
that's it's
Get a new job.
it's kind
okay.
of is it not the same concept? Like
I know, back in 2020 when everybody was getting furloughed, everybody was like, oh, let me go to social media. That's kind of an easy alternative. So that seems kind of easy.
I know,
And
but
then
but if you lose a job, you can't.
you just get another
No,
one?
that's what the fuck I should have did, bro. 2020 was the biggest waste of time of my entire life. And I was getting paid full pay during COVID, you guys. I was in a dumb ass relationship. Oh, I hate my life. I hate my fucking life, bro. If I would have started streaming in 2020, bro. Oh, fuck, man.
Oh, you can search for. You have an opportunity to search for another one. No?
Okay, I've been searching for another one for 10 months. I interview every day, give the same spiel.
It
have to
don't
give that
matter,
smile of,
Ted.
Walking through
I
my
uploaded
resume.
videos for 7 years and barely got any views.
And did
It's
you
just-
wait?
it's-
You
it's-
uploaded 7 videos and,
And
didn't get any views
went to school, and still.
and paid rent.
Yeah, I still worked. I worked
Oh, so that you had another job?
as a parking attendant. Yes.
Okay, and was that harder
No.
Then what?
than streaming?
No, I was on my phone all the time.
Oh, as a parking attendant, that doesn't sound like you were doing a very good job.
I was chilling.
You were chilling. You weren't good
Wait,
at your
he's
job.
waiting for.
When car.
All right, this video is pure rage bait. W video from FaZe. Honestly, super W video from FaZe. FaZe is dead ass. They're sitting down, really figuring out some good video ideas. I know AMP did something like this. It was a little bit different. Like the topic was different, but still, like this was a good video. W Rage Bait, WWWW. I would like to reiterate my main point to everything, right? Reiterate one more time. They're arguing jobs that they don't want to do, but have to do, to jobs or to streaming that these guys want to do. But you guys got to understand that these guys, that rich streamers, they built that from nothing. And a lot of them built it from nothing while working a job. So it's all it is what you're debating is not 9 to 5 versus streamers. You're debating 9 to 5 versus entrepreneurs. Cause that's what the fuck they are. Like in the most general sense, they're entrepreneurs. They own their own businessmen. You know what I'm saying? They own their own business. All right? That's what they're arguing. And I think it's not hard to say which one's harder, fucking owning your own business or a 9 to 5. Other than saying, you know, you're being a lawyer or a fucking doctor. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Or a fucking chemical engineer or something insane. Like, you know what I'm saying? A regular, not like a UPS driver. Nigga, you don't have to be a UPS driver if you don't want to be a UPS driver. Do what you want to do. You might have to UPS drive while you're doing what you want to do. Make some shit happen. Don't fucking quit. Don't fucking quit. I'm out of here.